Hello. How are you, everybody? Good afternoon. This is your girl, Bunmi Adeniran. Um, with me in the studio today is, do I call her a childhood friend or somebody that I've known? Somebody that I've known forever, like my children always say, everything is forever. Somebody that I've known forever. In the studio. I'm going to talk about a little bit about her, so you all know who I'm talking about. She in school, but I knew a lot of people that knows her. But eventually I came across her on Instagram. We were close a little bit. She knew my grandmother. She knew a lot of people. And then I saw her on Instagram one day, and I said, this lady has blown, like Nigerian people always say, why not to blow? I'm like, this lady has blown, but she's going to tell you who she is. But she has blown in a good sense, not in a sense of competition, not in a sense of doing illegal things, but she has blown in a sense of helping people do better. Widows, I'm giving it away already. People looking for children. But join me, every viewer, to welcome Olori Ranti. You're welcome, ma.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bunmi, for having me. I'm so honored to be on your program. You are doing a wonderful job.
Woo!
Wonderful job. Yes, that's true. I remember your grandmom. I remember everything. Back then in Abeokuta. I remember our trip to Ife. I think that was in 1981.
Oh my God! You have good memory. I don't remember. What did we go there to do?
We went for my mom's housewarming ceremony.
Yes.
You remember now?
Holy Spirit, touch my head. Let me give me good memory. Now you let the people that know me, like in the past 10 years, I know that I like to dance. They will say, oh, no wonder you went all the way to Ife to dance. But that's okay. Those were good memories.
Good memories, yes.
Okay, what do you do?
Well, as you have rightly said, I do quite a number of things now. Like you were trained, I was also trained as a nurse, but I do more now. I am a fertility counselor. I'm a sex therapist. I'm a relationship counselor.
Sex.
So that's what I do where I work now. I work with Nordica Fertility Center, and we're into IVF. So with IVF, you just can't talk only as a counselor. You can't talk only about fertility. With infertility, it comes with sex issues, and it comes with relationship issues. So I combine the three. So I talk about sex, I talk about fertility, and I talk about relationship. That's what I do with Nordica Fertility Center.
Okay. If I can pick your brain for 1 minute, tell me something cogent about sex as it affects fertility, and something cogent about relationship as it affects fertility.
Oh, that's a very wonderful question, because when there is infertility, the first thing it affects is sex. When infertility has been established, couple have been trying to conceive and it's not happening. Sex is the first thing that it affects, because what happens is that they feel, the couple feel, we've been doing this for a long time and nothing is coming out of it. So why do we continue? And that's one aspect. The other aspect again is when the doctor says you must have sex at a particular time. So it becomes like mechanical. It's not something that is mutual. It's not something that is, is not spontaneous any longer. You have to look at your calendar to have sex at a particular time. So it's really, really burdensome. Let me give an example. a woman is ovulating and her husband is away at work, and she keeps calling, where are you? I'm ovulating, the doctor say we should move, we should meet tonight, and the guy is busy, he's in a meeting, and he's trying to send a message to say, I'll be with you shortly, then he leaves the office in a hurry, and of course there's traffic. By the time he gets home, he's tired, he's under a lot of pressure. And of course, the woman will just drag him to bed. Let's do it. The doctor said we should do it. Let's do whatever we need to do. And boom, the man gets to bed and is unable to have erection. So sex becomes an issue. It becomes a problem. So usually, loss of interest in sex, inability to have good sex comes with infertility. Then with relationship also, of course, it depends. Sometimes you have a couple, they are into each other, they love each other, they are ready to do things, together. But there are pressures from everywhere, pressures from maybe the in-laws, pressures from work, pressures from, friends. What are you guys doing? You are unable to have kids. It begins to take effect on the relationship. They are unable to do the things that normally they do together, things that they enjoy doing. They find it difficult to do it. And before you know it, they begin to drift apart. They don't talk to one another as as they're supposed to. And the husband goes his own way, the wife goes his own way, they come back in the evening. They just find it, difficult to connect. So it's a relationship problem also until it is sorted out. And sometimes maybe the doctor has asked them to do something. The man is not willing, is not supportive. So it becomes a major issue in a family.
Wow. Maybe because I had never been infertile. And I'm not saying this to brag. God sees my heart. I can't produce a child except God gives me. Yeah. Maybe because I have never been infertile. I have never looked at infertility the way you just talked about it. Never in my life.
Because we're not in that shoes.
Thank you. This is a big eye-opener. As you were speaking, I was texting people that I knew are about to be married, that I knew just got married, that I know that probably they have been waiting for a couple of months. I was texting them, please log on. This program is not the way I'm thinking. I was thinking we will have fun, seriously, which we will at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But, it's really an eye-opener when you have to compel people to have sex, when you have to kind of force your partner to have sex, then it's not an enjoyment, pleasurable event anymore that people like me derived from it. Oh man, I mean, flags up for people looking for children. I think I'll look at them differently now. So you talked about how infertility, let's call it like that, can affect sex, can affect relationship.
Yeah.
What does Nordica fertility do to alleviate this? And I know God is the one, so I don't want to get any text from anybody that where did I put Jesus in the picture? Yes, Jesus is already in this picture.
He's in the picture already.
So with Jesus in the picture, what does Nordica fertility do?
Nordica fertility, as the name implies, we assist couples who are unable to have children on their own. Normally people have sex and that's what you have just said. And the same thing with me. You just have sex and boom, you're pregnant and you have your babies without any doctor's intervention. But for some people, it's just not like that. For a lot of reasons, people are unable to have children on their own, and so they need assistance. And we all know that the first IVF baby came in 1978.
Yeah, I saw you celebrate her, by the way.
A lot has happened, since that time up till now. So Nordica Fertility Center also has been in this business for over 17 years, and we have about 3,000 babies, some more, and more are coming, more are on the way, because if you've done tests, you've done treatments, and you are expecting the pregnancy test to be done, they keep getting pregnant and pregnant like that. So we assist couples who are unable to achieve pregnancy on their own for various reasons and for various methods, depending on what you need. So we'll assess the couple. So it's not just a woman's thing, like our society say, like our society portray, that it's a woman's problem. It's not a woman's problem, it's a couple's problem. So we see both of them and we assess them. So when we assess, we know, okay, where the challenge is and what do we need to do. Sometimes it's a woman's challenge, sometimes it's a man's challenge, sometimes we see it's both of them. So we'll look at what is happening and what method will be appropriate for them. So that's what we do. So we have various services that we render, to assist couple in achieving their aim.
Okay, I'm gonna go to another question from your answer. I live in United States of America.
Yeah.
And I have people that are trying to get pregnant or looking for babies around me. Can they fly down and do these procedures?
Oh, yes. We have a lot of people in the diaspora, they come into Nigeria to do their treatment. All we just do is once they make contact, we communicate with them. The things that they can do while abroad, we'll ask them to do it, and we'll know their travel plans, and we'll make arrangements, and they come in. Even for people who want us to provide accommodation for them, to provide airport shuttle and all that, or even to make their stay, because sometimes people just want to come to Nigeria to do treatment. They don't want family members to know that they are here. So we can take charge, put them in hotels, get them transport, that can take them from wherever they want to go to. So it's just like an holiday, and they'll come in and do their treatments. We have quite a number of people that are coming from diaspora. And we have a lot of babies. We have a lot of babies in diaspora also. Canada, America, in different states in America, everywhere. Australia, we have children there.
One thing that I kind of appreciate in what you personally do about Nordica is that you always post the birthdays of all your babies. I mean, that was one of the things that first of all got me attracted, because before I knew it was you. Who is all these ladies every day, triplets? Tomorrow, does she have all these children? Then I realized you are a fertility center and you celebrate those babies.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So if you are in the diaspora, and okay, what about price? Are we comparable to America or?
Definitely, it's not. The price that we offer in Nigeria is not like America. So that's why we have a lot of people coming in, because by the time you change your dollars into naira, it becomes a lot of money. So our prices are not like that of America. I can assure you. Exchange rates.
Yes.
America to Nigeria, yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna say it's not about her, because if you go to a fertility doctor in America, you expect result. So also, if you go to a fertility doctor in Nigeria, you expect result. So she's not the doctor that works on you. That's the boss, the big boss. But I'm just telling you, if you need somebody, a Christian, I know how to be a Christian. So if you need a Christian, or you need somebody you can talk to, I would not know about it. So if you're online and think, oh, if I call her now, she will tell Sister Bunmi, it ain't my business.
No.
So I'm not going to know about it. You can just reach out to them. It's probably more economical. Then you can get homely care. And I believe, because they are Africans, I want to believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Olori, I want to believe that they probably understand a Nigerian body as in physical body, and the battles we go through more than a non-Nigerian. Am I right?
You are right. You are right. Actually, in when we look at our situation as Nigerians, we discover that we have a lot of issues, especially with the lining of the uterus. A lot of people have had infection in the past that have given them like what we call how do I put it now? Like there are things like cobwebs inside the uterus. We call it Asherman syndrome. It's in the uterus and it's preventing them from getting pregnant. It's not quite common in America, but it's common here with us, especially post-abortion, post fibroid surgery, and from just ordinary infection. People have a lot of that. So it's a major problem with us here. So we understand that better. And for fibroid also, for instance, people in America, the Caucasians, the rate of fibroid there is not as what we have here. So from surgeries from fibroid, a lot of people have issues in the lining of the uterus that is preventing them from getting pregnant.
Wow. You make me feel like I need to have more babies, but if I do, I might get arrested.
And again, when people come to Nigeria to do treatment, you are home. You can relate with your people. You can tell, you can discuss your issues. We have a lot of myth surrounding fertility. We have a lot of myths surrounding fertility. But when you come home, when you talk to your people, we'll understand where you're coming from. Unlike Americans, there are certain things that you cannot discuss with them because they will not understand. But here, we do understand that we are lay affairs, because most times, a lot of people put themselves under bondage of myth. They put themselves under bondage of myth that, I cannot get pregnant because it's my mother-in-law that is responsible. I cannot get pregnant because I jilted a man in the past and is after my life or something. We have a lot of myths surrounding it, but we know that with medicine, it's not like that. Because the same infertility that we are talking about here in Nigeria is the same infertility they are talking about in the UK, and is the same infertility they are talking about in America.
So it's not your mother's cousin, sister all the time.
No.
Okay. Thank you so much. If you need Nordica fertility number in Nigeria, and I know you don't want to ask me, can you tell me so I can type it online? What is the number?
I think maybe they should just send the message.
Oh, well, they can send a message, but to where?
Yeah, they can send me a message and we can discuss this
offline. Okay. So if you need Nordica fertility services, send me a message. I'll connect you with Nordica people and we go from there. Now back to why I invited you. For real. I know after I've sent the invitation, I just said, you know what? There's a lot of people looking for children that might benefit. And that's why I decided to add Nordica. It's not something that we do all the time to talk about people's businesses alone. So now, one of the reasons I invited you is Womanhood with Olori. It's so funny that you are into fertility and then your ministry is womanhood. So, and part of womanhood issues is fertility. So what does womanhood do? What do you do?
Womanhood with Olori Ranti, as we made it, started about 2 years ago. And we, when married for 32 years, and when my marriage turned 30, I have a lot of people coming into my DM to ask, questions about marriage. How have you been able to do? Have you been able to, remain in marriage this long? So we started talking about marriage, often. I said, okay, why not start a group? Why not start a group, a foundation that can take care of people that needs help, that needs counseling on marriages and all that. And because nowadays you see people getting married and in less than a year they'll say they are off. This happened and they're not together again. So that was actually why we started. So we started with the marriage counseling bit, but I now discovered that people say womanhood. Womanhood is more than marriage. We also have widows. We also have singles. We also have people who are not yet married. So womanhood is supposed to be in totality. It's supposed to be everything about woman, everything that we can talk about woman. So that's what womanhood is all about. We just don't talk about marriage alone. We talk about health issues concerning women, which infertility is one, and we also take care of the widows and the single mothers. So we listen to them to know where we can be of help. So that's what womanhood with Olori Ajayi is all about. Because we see that really in our society, where if a woman is empowered, we have empowered the whole family. The men cannot do it alone. So if we can empower people that we can reach out to, then I think we have done our own bit. And thank God that has been happening for the last 2 years. And people have been supporting. We are not there yet. Yes, we are not there. We would love to do more. So people still, once in a while we see people giving us money to help people. Somebody can just reach out to me and say, oh, take this money, empower 2 widows. Take this money and empower 2 single women. So that's what we've been doing so far.
So Olori, womanhood is into counseling for marriage, counseling after marriage, helping widows, helping singles, helping. When you say helping and empowering, do you mean in skill acquisition or do you mean in business? What do you mean? Can you hear me?
Well, yes, I can. For skill acquisition, we have not we've not done that yet, but we empower people who have had their skills and they are able to set up. We've been able to help some people to get, for instance, sewing machines. We've been able to get a writing machine and the popcorn machine and all that, things that can help them to go into this business and they'll be able to get some money to take care of their families. Some people we've been able to set up by buying some items to sell and all that. Yes. So the skill acquisition we have not done that.
Okay. So, but I believe the skill acquisition is in your future plan, if I'm correct. Is the skill acquisition in your plan for the future?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
But we get money. I was a message. Someone sent. I think yesterday, saying that she's tired of staying at home.
I'm gonna bring her back in a few minutes. It was going very well, but network sometimes. But one of the things she has said while she tries to work her computer is that infertility affects marriages, it affects relationship, it affects sex life. Marriage, I think I know that it would affect marriage a little bit, but I didn't know that it affects sex life because you have to have sex on schedule. So it's kind of like, it becomes a ritual. I think she's back on. But in case you can hear me and you can answer, in Olori, womanhood Womanhood with Olori Ranti Ajayi. Is there a specific area that you target in Nigeria? Because I always see you go to the slum area. Is that your area that you target, or you go anywhere? Okay, she's out completely. I'm gonna give her a few seconds and she'll click the link. What I know what she does to some extent, because I've been a partner before. What they do is, if you know a widow that lives in the slum, or a single lady that has children and they need help, you can refer to Olori Womanhood. But make sure you do your due diligence, because one of the things that I wanted her to talk about, that the network is not favoring us, is the fact that people lie when they request for help. So if you're going to refer somebody, please make sure that they really need the help to that they said they needed. Because there was an instance that everybody were gonna combine and help. The lady said she's a widow, and then we realized she's not even a widow. So do your due diligence. If you do your due diligence, you can refer people to Olori Womanhood with Olori Ranti Ajayi. They've done so many great things. And then fertility, that was one of the biggest eye-opener that I had so far on this today. Despite what network is doing, it doesn't matter. If you need fertility assistance and you don't want people to know about it, especially where you live, just text me. Can you give me the number? I will give you the number. She has been so helpful. Somebody said you have been so helpful to a lot of people, and you've been a blessing to her. I wish she can hear these good comments about her, but she can't hear. But she will watch it later, I believe. Okay, one of the questions that we have for you before network messes us up. At what time should married couples be bothered about childbearing? At what time do you think they need to start worrying if they can't have a child?
Once you have tried for a year, if you are less than 35 years, if you tried for 1 year, 1 year of regular unprotected sex, 1 year of unprotected sex, if you have tried and nothing is happening, then you need to see a fertility specialist. But if you are 35 and above, don't wait for 1 year if you are trying to get pregnant. Don't wait for 1 year. You have to, maybe 6 months is just fine. Okay. But if you know that you have some underlying conditions that may prevent you from getting pregnant, then don't wait at all. Because, don't wait at all if you have some underlying things that may prevent you from getting pregnant.
Okay, thank you. Somebody made a comment here that I was talking before when the internet was trying to disturb us. He said, she has been a blessing to a lot of people. That was Deborah Oluwaseso Ayobami. Said you have been so helpful to a lot of people. That God bless you. That's an encouragement for you.
Thank you, Deborah.
That's an encouragement for you, that you should keep doing what you're doing. Now back to womanhood.
Thank you so much.
I was saying something when you were off the air, that they can refer people to you, but they should do their due diligence. Because I remember when we chatted, we talked a few months ago, there were people that would call and lie and say they are widows, they are this, their son is dead, that you are willing to help people, but they should please do their, I remember that story very well, they should please do their due diligence about what is the criteria.
That's true.
What is the criteria to qualify for help?
What we try to do, there is a group. We have a group on Facebook which is functional, and what we try to do is let people know that you can't just join the group and say you need help, because that's what people are doing now. People are inviting others to come in to say, oh, there is somebody who can help you and all that. So they keep coming. When they come in, they want help immediately. And that's not going to happen because there are a lot of people also who are waiting. And it's not that we are not having any funding from anywhere. This is self-funding. It's only few people who are also seeing what we're doing, and they try to help once in a while to send some money. And it's only if you have money. It's only if you have money that we can help people. So that's the main thing. So we try to say that if you join the group, you have to wait for 6 months and you have to be an active member. Because you see some people, they will just keep quiet. The moment they say there is a giveaway, everybody comes around and say you have a 50,000 for someone to do for empowerment. And you have about 300 comments, 300 comments for just 50,000 naira that you want to give to one person. So we try to ask people that unless you're 6 months in the group, but that does not mean that if you have some emergency situations that we cannot help, like a pregnant woman just surfaced and she's a widow, nobody to help her, she doesn't have anything to do, the husband just died and she was pregnant. So we had to rise up to help. And most times when I put the story out there, we have a lot of people who say, oh, I can do this, let me just send this, let me send that. And we encourage people to send whatever they can afford. It doesn't have to be very plenty, but of course, if you have people who can give us a lot of money, that will also help. I remember when about a few weeks ago, I just woke up one day and I said, wow, private school teachers, what's happened to them? They are not getting paid. They are not in school. Most of them don't even have a second job. They don't have anything doing. How are they surviving? Private school teachers,
wow.
How are they surviving? And I mentioned it to someone, and the person said, so what do you plan to do? I said, well, if you can empower at least few of them, that would go a long way. And I got someone who gave 500,000, and we gave 50,000 each to 10 people, to empower them. And out of that, by the time we put that out, we also saw some people that also sent some amount. So we were able to empower quite a number of people with 50,000. When people send me pictures of what they bought with 50,000 naira, I'm like, oh, wow, this is really huge, And if they are serious about it, I think that will go a long way. We have a lot of people that buy sewing machine, and that is helping their business. You have someone just called me one day and said, Auntie, I have a grinding machine. I want to give one of your members. And I said, oh, thank you. And the grinding machine was in Ibadan. And I know someone in Ibadan that is struggling. So I just picked up the phone and called and said, okay, you go to this place and collect the grinding machine, which is very grateful, So that's how we've been surviving. It's not easy. I get a lot of messages, and it's only when we have money that we can help. And unfortunately, we can only do what we can do. But if we have other people also joining us, we have the accounts. We have 2 accounts, one with Access Bank and one with Sterling Bank. People can pay the money there into the accounts, and we help people.
Wow. I wanted to say that you don't have to give to big charity to touch the heart of Christ. Actually, my devotion today talk about when you are going through something is the best time to give to somebody in need.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I said I read a devotion today that says when you are going through something is when you need to give to people. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I'm talking to our viewers. Please reach out to this charity organization. They've helped a lot of people in the slum. They really, I'm hoping to partner with them once the borders are open and we can reach out to more people in the slum area. Reach out to Olori Ranti Ajayi, Womanhood with Olori Ranti Ajayi. Reach out to any foundation. We have an orphanage. You can reach out to us. Just do something. And I know everybody wants to build a house, everybody wants to buy a car, everybody wants to live rich, but after that, what happens? You and I were having a conversation one day that we just don't want to come to this earth, know as somebody that looks good all the time, drive a nice car, live in a big house, and when we die, we have not impacted any life. It is good to impact lives. So I'll let you give your closing thoughts on everything we have talked about. Just round it up so that people can know what we've talked about in this
Okay.
45 minutes.
Like we have said, we've talked about infertility. I want to tell people that are listening that when you are struggling with infertility, don't you are not alone. A lot of people are in this situation, but the most important thing is that you should not keep quiet. And I want to advise that you go to the right places, because in Nigeria, for instance, we love to go to doctors based on relationship. This doctor has been my doctor since I was a baby. This doctor is a family doctor. The family doctor might not be the right person for you to see. So it's important for us to go to the right places. If you have infertility and you are seeing a surgeon, you are in the wrong place. If you have infertility and you are seeing a physician, you are in the wrong place. There are fertility specialists. Gone are those days where a doctor is the one doctor, medical officer, or a physician or family physician is the one that is seeing everybody. Nowadays, there are specialties. There are, that takes care of different things. So if you have a bone problem, you see a orthopedic surgeon. The same thing with if you have infertility, see a fertility specialist, and do not wait longer. A lot of people, by the time they come to ask for help, it's late for them. They are older and they have wasted a lot of time doing different things that is not helpful. So it's important that we see the doctor at the right time. Nowadays, we are doing a lot of enlightenment, education, people getting to know about their conditions, and people are reaching out to see what can be done. Get a lot of inquiries now that people are young in marriage. So you don't have to wait until you are 10 years in marriage before you take a step. So, and a lot of people, they just stay in church praying and praying. I'm not saying don't pray. Even with IVF, like someone described IVF, he says it's like a farmer that wants to plant a seed. The farmer will go to, look at the land that is fertile. You are not going to plant your seed in a desert. So you look at the land that is fertile. The seed is the embryo that we put back into your uterus. The land, the fertile land, is your uterus. Then when you put the seed in the ground and you cover it with sand and pour water, you go away. Whatever happens in the soil is not within your control. So you come back a few days after, you see that it's germinating. That's exactly what IVF is. So by the time you put the embryo, the doctor discharges you to say, go and take your drugs and wait until 2 weeks. Whatever happens inside is beyond the doctor and is beyond you. So all you do is just put your trust in God, ask God for increase. Pour plants, Apollo waters, God gives increase. So if you have appendicitis, you don't go to church. You don't go to church for appendicitis, you go to the doctor for it to be removed. So if you have infertility, it's a medical condition, go to the hospital and fix yourself. If you need IVF, some people, they cannot have children on their own without IVF. So if you need IVF, you need IVF. So all these, they are taking herbs that is going to unblock their tubes. Stop wasting your time. The first IVF baby came about in 1978 because of blocked tubes. If your husband's sperm is very low, stop wasting your time. Do the right thing. So I will leave you with that. Information is key. Gather information. Read about your condition. Just type it. Google it. Fallopian tubes blocked. What do I need to do? I have PCOS. What do I need to do? I've been infertile for 3 years. What are my options? What do I need to do? My hormones are high. What do I need to do? It is there. So let's get the information and do the right thing before it is too late. So it's not that you wait until you are 38, until you are 40, before you start looking for a solution to your challenge. Now, that does not mean that at 40 you cannot do IVF. That does not mean that at 50 you cannot do IVF, because some people, for some reason, they've been, they've not been able to do anything and they are 50. Yes, you can still have your baby at 50. Our first mother, the Nordica first, the oldest mother, not the first mother, the oldest mother was 57 when she had her triplets. And the children turned 10, though 2 of them survived, 2 girls survived, the boy died. They turned 10 recently, I think in April or so, they turned 10.
Yes.
So it's not late. It's not late, but do the right thing at the right time. And of course, for womanhood, we need help. Just make me your errand girl. Send money into the account, and you can be sure that I will use it well. I will, people that need help. There are lots and lots of them. They need help. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed when I look at people's situation, and I know that they are saying the truth. So people need help. So in whatever way that you can help, I think it will be appreciated.
Thank you very much. I wanted to add that people need help. They need financial help. They need physical help too. They need physical help. If you join whether Womanhood at Olori or you join I am Bunmi Adeniran, we can send you somewhere. You don't, even if you don't have money, be available with a good heart. With an understanding that you will get something. Come to help. If she needs somebody to go to, you remember I called you, we were needing help in Kogi State. That a widow was calling us from Kogi State.
Definitely, yes.
We can pay for your transport. Go to Kogi State. Go and do an investigation and empower somebody. Let's do something. Thank you so much, my childhood friend.
Thank you.
I can't wait to come to Nigeria.
I really want to say thank you, and God bless all the things that you've been doing. You've really, really been doing a lot of wonderful things. God bless you. God bless your home. And it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Well, I want to give you a credit, and I know you don't want it. Remember when I wanted to start this, I am Bunmi Adeniran and BAO Orphanage. You were the first person I called. And I talked to you, and you said to me, you can do it. Just start. Don't worry about anything else. Just start.
Yeah.
And that stuck to me, and I started gradually. So I appreciate you too for being there. Some people you call them, and you can call some people and they say, you want to do orphanage. Actually, remember I told you, a lady told me, where will you get orphans? I'm like, in this whole Nigeria, there are no
so
orphans.
many of them. There are so many.
Thank you for encouraging me to say hello to uncle and the children for me.
Thank you. Yes, I will.
If you don't mind, we will bring you back. We will bring you back.
Stay safe.
I will. We'll bring you back.
No problem. Anytime. Just like that.
Okay. I'll text you because we might need more infertility talk. And hopefully maybe one day uncle will have our time. I know yesterday he was doing city people and very busy.
Yeah. Anytime.
That's good. So viewers, thank you so much for staying tuned. Even with the internet, you stay stuck with us. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you again. I will be showing tomorrow on my community, and I'm talking about when I used to steal. Don't tell anybody yet till tomorrow. My program Second Chance is what I've done bad. Abortion, rape, is the things that I've done really, really bad. And don't look at me like, oh, this mommy, she's a sinner. Yes, I was a sinner. but I'm
But
now
now
saved by
you are
grace.
redeemed. Yeah.
So I want to encourage you, if you are dealing with stealing, with promiscuity, with abortion, join my community. You will learn a lot. I don't feel ashamed to say it, not that I'm bragging that I used to steal, but I'm saying it that I have a God that can deliver and has delivered me. So join Olori at Womanhood at Olori, refer people to Nordica, join Bunmi Adeniran. Let's do something for this
Yeah.
great life we are living, just to appreciate God, because He's not keeping us alive for no reason. I believe He has a purpose for keeping us alive. So,
Thank you.
my Olori,
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so much. I'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
later. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye.
Love you. So, viewers, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody that has tuned in. And if you need fertility talk, just reach out to me. If you don't know Olori's number, or reach out to Olori, she would help you. You can join I am Bunmi Adeniran Facebook community. If you text me, I will send you the link. Tomorrow I'll be talking about when I actually stole something that almost destroyed my life. I did steal more than maybe twice in my life, but one practically almost destroyed my life. And I'm going to talk about it. Why? Because there are some people that may be contemplating and thinking, well, I can just take this thing. You can steal from the wrong person. I did. You can steal from a heartless person that don't care where you end up. So join me tomorrow on I am Bunmi Adeniran community on second chance. God gave me a second chance, and I'm going to talk about when I was raped. I got a lot of questions that people send about that. Well, you talk about when you were raped at age 11, but you didn't talk about this, you didn't talk about that. A lot of questions came from that discussion. Just join us on Facebook, join us on YouTube. We are not doing anything special, but we're doing what God has placed in our hearts to do for humanity. The I am Bunmi Adeniran community will be tomorrow at my 1 p.m., which is Nigeria 7 p.m. Go to Facebook and type I am Bunmi Adeniran, the way it shows on my page right now, and then request to join our community. We didn't make it open for anybody. We make it for people that can ask questions. And I want to see people that are struggling with something. If it is abortion you are struggling with, trust me, I have been there. If it is promiscuity, trust me, I have been there. If it is rekindle evil fire after you get married, trust me, you're going to see a lot. It's weekly. It's on Sundays, 1 p.m. Texas, 7 p.m. Nigeria on I am Bunmi Adeniran. I love you all. God bless you. And go and empower somebody today. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.